Hey, it's Gene again on the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip tour. And I'm here still in Delaware Water Gap. I was just leaving town and saw a little sign that said lobster rolls. And someone had suggested to me, nay, it was nearly a commandment, that I had to have a lobster roll or lobster of some sort before leaving New England when I was up in Maine or Boston or whatever. And in Maine, I wanted to get going on the road when I left Kennebunkport. In Boston, I was too worried trying not to die while I was driving in that crazy town with all the drivers there that are just nuts. But here I come to Delaware Water Gap, Pennsylvania, to this really cool little, it's like you see it in the background there, it's like a bakery and produce market, and they make lobster rolls. So I just had my first lobster roll in my life, and I'd like to say that, damn, that is a tasty burger. I could have another one of those. Sitting here by this beautiful creek and enjoying the sound of it. And now you can enjoy the sound of it too. Hopefully that carried. Take care. Going to Gettysburg. Bye. Are we on?
Yeah, we're on now.
We're on now. Hey, I'm back in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, where my buddy Mitch is at. Here's Mitch. And we got these, I guess they're Philly cheese subs. Mine has onions. His doesn't. He's from Georgia, but he doesn't like onions. And if you know anything about Vidalia onions, then you know that's really bizarre.
Onions are trash.
You're trash.
Listen, cooking tips, all right? Make sure that when you cook your onions at home that you add mayo to the onions, because it makes it easier to scrape them off the plate right into the trash can.
Raw. Check it out. Raw. Yeah. I'm Anthony Bourdain Jr. We both were cooks. We both had good drugs in our days, way back. And he got to travel around and eat food. And it's kind of what I've been doing today. I had the lobster roll. And now I'm having this Philly cheese. And then
here's the onions, man.
A buddy of us from Berry College, Adam Nation, says I have to go now to Maryland to eat crab cakes. And by the time I get back to Florida, I'm going to weigh 315 pounds. I'm going to break the treadmill at Orange Theory. Just break it. It's going to fall apart.
So, let's talk about road trips.
Okay.
You're talking about
Let's talk about road trips.
Let's talk about road trips. It's expensive to take road trips, Gene.
Do you think this is loud enough?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about expensive road trips.
You mentioned earlier about getting a Patreon page. You think some of these people watching this video could help you grow your audience there? Get your Patreon up. I guess on Patreon you can like sign up for these sort of a subscription, right? Somebody pays you 5, 10, 15, 10, whatever amount of money a month for your content. All right. In exchange for that, for them paying you, they basically get to determine what the content will be. So if I subscribe to you, I'm going to have some say.
That's called user-driven content,
exactly.
Right? Okay.
So I want, if I subscribe to you and I'm really I'm really into Harper's Ferry or whatever, I might say, hey, Gene, I want to see you go to Harper's Ferry and I want you to play your drums, in the creek or whatever, and then you do it, right? Because it's good for you, spiritual experience,
right?
But also you're getting the funding to do that kind of thing. Who doesn't want to be Anthony Bourdain? So what do you think?
I think it's a great idea. Did y'all hear that? You can tell me where to go if you give me enough money. For $100, you can tell me to go to hell, and I might think about going. $100, that's about 4 tanks of gas.
Yeah, that's right. So, maybe these people could give us some insight. Let's hear what this is a rough draft. What does this look like? How does this grow up? How does this develop?
See, here's the deal. I'm a vet, and I got my vet buddy, Michael Turk, He's an essential worker. He's like a janitor and cart guy at a supermarket in Portland, Oregon. And he and I were in the Army together, 4th Infantry Division, 124th Signal Battalion, Fort Carson, Colorado, 1984, 1985. And he's going through some stuff, you know. He's okay, but he needs his bro out there for a little while. What I call veteran head shit. And so I want to take this road trip out to Portland, kind of like what we've been doing here this week. And I'm thinking that we can finance this road trip by making a show out of it. And you could help by donating in the money and then saying, hey, I'd like you to go here and do this. I'd like, because, you know, between Florida and Portland, there's a lot of real estate. So it's not like I'm driving from Orlando to Atlanta and you say, I'd like you to go to real estate. Exactly. It's not like I live in Ocala, Florida, and I'm driving to like Atlanta, Georgia, and you're like, oh, while you're on the way to Atlanta from Florida, could you go to like Bismarck, North Dakota, and get a cherry Slurpee at a 7-Eleven? You see, but going to Oregon, either on the way there or on the way back, I could get the cherry Slurpee in Bismarck, North Dakota.
What about whoever's determining the trip? You bring them on and do a video podcast with them on air. You know, say, hey, here I am in Bismarck with the Slurpee. You're at home, you know.
Yeah, see, we can do podcasts.
Let's talk about this.
We can do all kinds of stuff. We can have the blog. We can have the video thing going on. We can have, you know, podcasts. We can even do this live. We can hook up to Instagram. So like I'm driving somewhere, it's out in Colorado, going from point A to point B. And you say, hey, Gene, I hear you're like by such and such a place. Hey, I know this really cool place there. You got to check it out. Well, I could get that message and, you know, theoretically could, you know, go there.
I love it. I don't see the downside. I'm going to throw you some bucks. You folks should throw him some bucks.
And you're helping out Mitch, because here's the deal. Let me tell you about Mitch. Mitch is a road dog. Like, he's one of the few people that I would say he's probably got me beat. I mean, he's a road dog. Like, if you say I'm going to Oregon and I'm going down this 2-lane highway out in the middle of nowhere, he will tell you about, like, where to eat there. Like, he knows everywhere. He knows everywhere. But he's like, basically, he's hitched now. He's got a very good woman in his life.
There's no basically to it.
There's no basically. He is hitched. Ladies, I'm sorry, it's too late.
Off the market.
He's off the market. He's got a wonderful woman in his life who's a professor here at Susquehanna University. He's got 2 wonderful little, a little boy and a little girl. And they're really incredible. I met them the other day. And Mitch and I are so close that when his first daughter, when he found out she existed, I was the first person who found out.
Yeah, and for the son.
Yeah. We're pretty tight like that. Best friends from college. And yes, we actually have been on a road trip together, and we'll talk about it on a podcast one day.
Maybe when the kids are asleep.
Yeah, when the kids are asleep. But Mitch can't go on road trips anymore like that. Yeah. And I think he posted something to me the other day about vicarious road trip. And it took about 6 hours of me driving on caffeine one night at about midnight. It suddenly hit me that my going on this trip is good for his head.
I'm glad you came to that realization.
Basically, I'm the astronaut, and this is like mission control. This is mission control right here, okay? And so you're helping out Mitch. If you don't want to help me, that's fine, but help Mitch out, because Mitch is a good guy. I mean, look at him. He has short hair and everything. He doesn't look like this. You know, he's a good guy.
How's your sub? Cheesesteak, excuse me. How's the cheesesteak?
It's a killer cheesesteak.
Oh, man. They're bangers.
Hey, it's Gene. This is hallowed ground where I'm at right now. Got here a little late in the evening after stopping by and seeing Mitch. Where I'm sitting right now is a monument to a Union artillery battery that if you were to look this way, and I'll pan the camera down here in a minute maybe, I got some photos of it from behind a cannon up here. This was a firing position. It's known as Cemetery Hill in the Battle of Gettysburg. This is Gettysburg National Battlefield Monument. Battle of Gettysburg. In first week of July 1863, 3 very significant things happened in United States history. One, of course, was the Battle of Gettysburg. One was the surrender of Vicksburg in Mississippi after a strenuous siege at the hand of Union forces. And the third was the draft riots in New York City, which you see visualized in the movie Gangs of New York. directed by Martin Scorsese. Really great movie. A lot of blood got shed here on both sides. I don't mean to denigrate valor shown by Confederate soldiers, especially enlisted. I'm an enlisted guy. Was an enlisted guy, not now. But that war ended, and the federal forces of the North won. And you know what? We're still fighting this same damn war. And it's not 1863, it's 2020. We're fighting the same damn war, and what it comes down to is, I say this to my white brothers and sisters, are black people, are people of color, our brothers and sisters or not? That's what it was really about. And a hell of a lot of fine young men and some women, I'm sure, died fighting this damn civil war that we seem to still be wanting to fight, and some people are egging to bring back. I just want to play a song. This is another civil rights tune that I learned early on from Paula Lark, my drumming mentor. He lives in Decatur, Georgia. I don't want my country. I don't want my country. I don't want my country stumbling over me. That is why I pray so hard. That is why I walk so far. I don't want my country stumbling over me. I don't want my country. I don't want my country. I don't want my country stumbling over me. That is why I walk so far. That is why I pray so hard. I don't want my country stumbling over me. Let's stop stumbling over each other and causing each other to stumble and fall, all because of bigotry, prejudice, and bullshit. A damn war was fought, a big chunk of it right here on this field. And this open field, I'll show it to you in just a sec before I end this video. It's probably littered with dead bodies, wounded bodies, crying out in the night. Let's end the damn war. And let's treat each other with some respect, some decency, and treat each other as the image of God that we all are. That's all I got to say on that matter. And I got some deep thinking to do on the next direction this trip of mine's going to take. I love y'all. This is the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip. This is Gettysburg. This is Cemetery Hill, near where the National Cemetery is. It's across the street where Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address in November of 1863 when the cemetery was dedicated. Y'all take care. Think about what I just said. Don't be a stumbling block. Be one to remove stumbling blocks. Black Lives Matter. Down there, that's downrange, people. Downrange. Picture it full of bodies. Fighting a dumb war because some people just couldn't figure out that all people are created equal. And we still got folks wanting to fight that war. It wasn't a dumb war. It was fought for a good reason. But did it really have to come to that? I wish it hadn't. Y'all take care. Elvis Burger 2020. Over and out. Hey, what's up? It's Gene. Elvis Burger 2020. I'm in Hancock, Maryland. I'm in a Super 8 motel in this little town and getting ready to hit the road. Not quite sure where I'm headed, but I do know this. It looks like I'm probably going to Portland, Oregon. I'm going to tell you a short story why I'm doing this.
There's a guy, friend of mine named Turk, and he and I very close in the military. Spent about a year together, and then after 30 years of not being in touch, we found each other on Facebook. Back then, he basically saved my life in a suicide attempt I did, and he's not killing himself right now, but what he is doing is he is a janitor and a cart guy at a supermarket in Portland, essential worker, and he's dealing with a lot of crap. Got some things going on, and this is my repayment to him. And while I'm going there, I will be making videos, interviewing some people, talking about things, what's going on. Money's tight. To be honest, I don't have the money. This was never intended. This trip to go to Portland was never part of the plan. I expected to be home in Florida today at a drum circle and then back at the gym tomorrow. And me and my buddy Mitch all day, we're working on raising funds, and I'll have some more info on that coming up very soon. I'm going to Portland to help out an Army buddy who saved my life over 30 years ago. And if you can help me out with that, that's fine. If you can't, hey, enjoy the videos, whatever. Look, I got to hit the road. This is my first night in the bed. Last night was my first night in the bed in a week. My first shower in a week. I've been sleeping in my car at rest stops at interstates. It's nice to be clean. And when I woke up in bed this morning, I actually didn't know where I was for 10 seconds. I couldn't even conceive that I was in a bed somewhere. Anyways, yeah. We'll talk some more later. Love y'all. Elvis Burger 2020 out. Hey, it's me, Gene. This is a fountain in the courtyard of the Appalachian Trail Conservancy Association in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Harpers Ferry, where John Brown in 1859 attempted to seize the federal arsenal and free enslaved folks here in the area, and it was a harbinger of the upcoming Civil War in 2 years. Anyways, I'm getting ready to take off west. Money's tight, time is somewhat in abundance, the car's in decent shape, and my phone's working. And I'm documenting us, the U.S., United States, along the way. Keep in touch. Help a brother out. Be blessed. Bye. See ya. Hey, what's up, man? Facebook Live. It's Gene. I'm in actually some little town. I think this is LaVale Baptist Church. So I guess I don't think some guy in LaVale started the church, but I guess I'm in LaVale. I have no idea what state, because I'm a little west of Cumberland, Maryland, and it's sort of like Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia. They all mix in together in there between the hills and the hollers and whatever. I think I'm in Virginia, but it might be West Virginia, but it might be Maryland. I don't know. I haven't even got west of the Mississippi, and I don't have a damn clue where I'm at. But I know that I am at a gas station, and I just filled up some gas and figured I'd do a Facebook Live. I want to do it while I was driving, but it's going to get dark soon, and I didn't want to have the dome light on. That's a great way to get pulled over by cops, you know, having your idiot, we call it the idiot light. So we'll try that another time. I'm kind of looking for a road atlas. I was having some trouble with my phone earlier today, and with the GPS. And road atlases are great for seeing the big picture, you know, whereas a GPS is kind of, I want to get from point A to point B. But when you just want to look at the map, and I've got a great road atlas at home, it's perfect. But I left it because I really didn't think I'd need it. I wasn't planning on driving, you know, to the moon and back. So it's kind of funny. I went to a Walmart a while back, figured they'd have a road atlas. And the clerk was probably some guy, he's probably about early 20s. And I said, road atlas. And he actually looked at me and asked, what is a road atlas? Like, what is a road atlas? And I'm like, looking at him like I want to go, dude, I'm 56, man, not 105. Like, don't tell me. I mean, how do you not know what a road atlas is? But they didn't have them. So then I went to an auto parts store here in this little town, and he said that this gas station down the street, when I needed gas anyways, had them. I walked in, the guy says, oh, no, we don't have them. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, the guy down at the auto parts place, like the AutoZone, said it's been a little while since he's been in here, but he thought you had them the last time he was in here. And he says, dude, we haven't had him in 8 years. And I'm like, well, you need to go talk to that guy at the AutoZone and get him to come down here and get coffee from you more often than like once every 8 years. But anyways, so I'm in the, basically coming up in Cumberland Gap kind of thing, Cumberland, Maryland. And so I'm going to start a Spotify playlist. I've been wanting to do this. It's going to be all interactive road trip. And so I think the very first song that is going to go on this Spotify playlist, I'll be adding to it as we go, and I will post I'll post the first one probably later tonight when I pull over somewhere, when I get to Louisville or whatever. Will be Cumberland Blues by the Grateful Dead, which is a really great song. And I have a feeling maybe the second song will be Road Trippin' by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's a great song too. Anyways, if you have requests to put on the Spotify playlist and I deem them worthy, which I don't know what wouldn't be worthy or what would be, but hey, I'm pretty broad-minded about music. I might put like a Haydn symphony on the list. I have no idea, but I'm gonna have this list, and then you can access it on Spotify, and you can like drive around town doing your thing wherever you are and be listening to the Elvis Burger 2020 playlist, which I guess I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it's what it is. But anyways, the first song is going to be Cumberland Blues by the Grateful Dead, and I'm going to dedicate it to Daniel and Donna Brumbaugh. Hey, it's Gene. I'm on the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip tour to go see my buddy Turk, and I'm actually at my old alma mater of Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary. I made it to Louisville in one piece so far. Gonna get a hold of Rick Upchurch here later on this afternoon. We talked a little. Hopefully I'll see him this evening for an interview. And here on the steps of the library, I left some stuff sitting here unattended, and I'm walking behind this guy about 30 feet. He's like delivering mail or something. He's like, what is this stuff like just sitting here? Because nobody's here, so what's up? Introduce yourself, tell us what you do here, and tell us about what's going on with Louisville right now, what with BLM and everything happening.
Well, my name is Norm. I work in the mailroom, I work in AV and tech support. Basically, I work with anything electronic on campus, help faculty, students, and staff with what they're doing.
And you recorded my senior sermon back in 2006.
Yes, if you
that I have no memory of actually what I talked about.
I recorded it. That was one of my first pet projects when I came on staff, is I wanted to record seniors as they were preaching, because I felt they were going to need a good video of them preaching when they're looking for a call for a church.
Lord help us all, we all do, yes.
And so I thought that was my best avenue to start in the service of our students.
So tell me about Louisville and Black Lives Matter and what's been happening here recently. Well, as you've seen and heard it, what's going on? What's the bird's eye view?
The interesting thing is, I wasn't even aware that there were going to be any protests till about 11 days ago, the day of the first day of protests. I was going to go to bed early, and I turned on the 10 o'clock news instead of waiting for the 11 o'clock, and they were carrying the protests as live breaking news. They had 3 reporters and 3 camera crews downtown covering everything. So it was interesting to see it all happen live on television. The big incident here, as I see it, is the fact that, police executing a no-knock warrant killed an innocent woman. Her boyfriend, who was with her in the apartment in the middle of the night when it broke in, shot defending the home and was arrested for attempted murder of a police officer. Eventually those charges were dropped. But a lot of what we see in the protesting here is a result of these things happening repeatedly, not only in the city but across the country. It's kind of like the parable of the unjust judge. These things happen time and time and time again. There's talk about reform, but after the rancor dies down, everything is forgotten. So now we have a more continued effort to push for reform.
Hey, it's Gene, the Elvis Burger 2020, and I'm here in the middle of the sunny, I guess, courtyard, whatever. It's Caldwell Chapel back here. That's where I had my baccalaureate. That's where I preached my senior sermon that I have no clue what I talked about. I remember getting up, maybe it was Isaiah something, I really don't remember.
But anyways, the drum for you a wee bit here on the campus where I finished seminary at Louisville Presbyterian Theological Seminary. I was told by a student who right now is a rather successful Presbyterian minister, I might add, and I think the world of her. But she told me one time when I was here back 2004, 2005, 2006, that I simply was not cut from the right cloth to be a PCUSA minister. And it really pissed me off, because if you tell me that I can't make the cut, then I will. You know, like, I will prove you wrong. If you tell me I can't finish the run, I'll finish it. If you can't tell me I can't do the road march, I'll do it. But actually, she was probably right. I mean, look at me. I don't even have a shirt on, man. It's like a Presbyterian school. Like, the only place worse I could do this is like the Baptist down the street. It's Southern Baptist. Albert Mohler lives right down the street, by the way. I'll show you his house. Maybe I'll take a quick video. Anyways, I want to play for you a song I played in Caldwell Chapel a couple of times. I love drumming that chapel. It's all wood, and you kind of play the chapel rather than just the drums. It's called Siyahamba. It is a freedom song from South Africa, which I believe is actually in the Presbyterian hymnal right now, the PCUSA hymnal. And I'm sending this out to Bobby Masengwa, Reverend Bobby Masengwa, who is in St. Pete, Florida. I've had the honor of preaching in his stead once or twice at his church in the past. Bobby grew up during the Troubles in South Africa. He actually grew up in Soweto, and he can tell you stories growing up there during the unrest that would really kind of freak you out. And he'll actually finish it with a laugh and a smile, because it'll actually be kind of like he's like telling a funny story in the middle of pandemonium. You know, but Bobby, seriously, he grew up through it, and he's an incredible person, an incredible minister. And Bobby Masengwa, this is for you, buddy. Siyahamba. Simple words. We are marching in the light of God. Just keep saying it till the song's over. We are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. 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 We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. One more time. We are marching in the light of God. We are marching in the light of God. Marching in the light of God. We are marching in the light of God. We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. We are marching, oh, we are marching in the light of God. We're marching in the light of God. Siyahamba. Bobby Masengwa, man, I love you, brother. Take care. Peace. Maybe I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, it's me, Gene. Hey, I'm way down south in West Louisville. Like broken window down south in West Louisville. I used to come down. It's a little south where I used to come down, but I showed you pictures on Facebook a little while ago of the neighborhood where I went to seminary, richest neighborhood I ever lived in. This is West Louisville. Now, some parts of West Louisville are a little better than where I'm at, But I'm just down in this corner because I got a spot I can park, and it's like I said, it's down the area. I know this area. I used to come over on Saturdays. Used to read at a place called Expressions of You Cafe that's, well, actually about half a mile north of here. And I want you to know, man, I got an interview over on my campus, right? Got an interview with a guy. I've been over here and I've talked with 5, 6 different people, black people, a few women, a couple moms with kids, a couple older black gentlemen. And here's the deal. This is exactly what I expected when it came to doing an interview. I had some great conversations, excellent conversations. I could tell you the things that were said, but nobody was going to go on camera and do an interview. Why? Because I'm trying to find the right words for this. For those of you who've never been involved in like actions against the police or I mean serious protesting or whatever, but it's not always wise to put your face on camera. And sometimes when you're at things, different events, the police put your face on camera for you, digital face recognition and that kind of thing. It's just sad. Also the fact that, to be honest, I'm not a cop, I'm not an undercover, but I could be one, right? You know, white guy, beard, whatever, you know, kind of out of the ordinary. What are you doing here? Why do you want to interview? But I just want you to know, I've been trying to get some interviews. I didn't expect it would happen. I pretty much knew why, and I was told why by a couple people. And I was like, yeah, I got you, man. I know exactly what you mean. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to let my phone charge some more, and I'm going to be out and around a little bit more, and then I'm going to head on out of here, I think. And I don't even know if I got a place to stay here tonight, so I may just be hitting the road and heading to St. Louis for tomorrow night. I have no idea. But anyways, Elvis Burger 2020 over and out. Bye. Hey, it's Gene. It's like 5:30, 5:31. I'm in Indiana on I-64 going west to St. Louis. I'll be there in a couple 3 hours, something like that. But I'm here in Indiana, and I'm actually, if you know basketball at all, at least back in my day, being about my age, you know Larry Bird. I'm a few miles west of the turnoff to French Lick, Indiana, which was the Birds. It's where he grew up. So boyhood home and where I grew up and everything. But I'm out here. I want to introduce you to a couple people. No, they're not like that. Don't jump and go, oh, he's got an interview, because these people don't actually talk back and know they're not dead. Anyways, so here I am in Indiana, farmland. French Lick is that away, maybe back about 15 miles, 20 miles. But here's the introduction, just real quick. This is Snoopy. This is it right here. This is what I'm trying. I just want to introduce Snoopy. I'm not a big Snoopy fan from Charlie Brown. I'm more of a Linus guy, I think. I kind of like Linus. But I don't know. I got the name Snoopy because I'm a big fan of astronauts. And I sometimes feel like this has become a space capsule to me. Except I guess if I was out here right now dressed in shorts and a t-shirt, I'd die if I was in space. But one of the Apollo missions, and I'm trying to remember which one. I should remember this from when I was a kid because I was into all this stuff. But I believe it was the command module. I'm hoping it was named Snoopy. And I'm trying to remember if it was the one where the lunar module was named Gumdrop. Well, Gumdrop is just, as it was agreed by my friends last night I stayed with, Gumdrop just wouldn't be a good name for a road trip vehicle, at least for me. But Snoopy it kind of became. And back here, I'm going to introduce you to somebody. This is Shelby. This is my mountain bike. The reason I named her Shelby is there's a Shelby Mustang. It's a classic vehicle. I never owned one, but it's a classic vehicle. And I had kind of let Shelby get onto the blocks a little bit over the years. I've had her about 15 years since I lived in Kentucky last. 15, 16, whatever. How long time ago? I don't know. 2006. There we go. But a friend of mine, Jody, was working on it. I apologized. I said, man, I really let this bike get really bad. And he says, no, it's a Schwinn Moab, man. This is old classic. Like, and you know what they say, like, if you got a Shelby on blocks in your backyard, it may be a junk car, but it's still a Shelby Mustang. So we got it fixed up. I do have, I don't want to show my license plate here, but you'll notice up close there's a rock. Do you see that? There's a rock with a face on it. Do I have that right? Let's see. Looking.
awkward. Yeah, but right up in there. It has a face on it. Jody put the face on it, but that rock, that was a gift to me, and about 2 weeks later, my front derailleur, this all happened like years ago. It wouldn't stay in the big wheel right, so I found a rock, and it was the rock I got as a gift from somebody on a road trip. And I wedged it down in there, so it's always stuck. Oh, I think I'm talking on the phone, but I'm not. I'm always stuck on the big wheel, but that's cool until you get out in Colorado, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But anyways, it's Schwinn Moab, so probably on the way home, even if it's riding around a Walmart parking lot there, I am going to go to Moab, Utah, and I am going to ride this bike in Moab, because that's like a pilgrimage for all mountain bikers. And like I say, if I just ride around Walmart for 5 minutes, it's in Moab, Utah. But I'll probably try to do a little better than that. But anyways, that's Shelby, also known as Red 5. That was Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. And since she's red and white, I guess red, white, black, little silver there. But so it's like, I'm not saying I'm Luke Skywalker or I'm a Jedi or anything, but I'm saying flying Red 5 would be pretty cool. I saw that movie like when I was 13 years old, so there we go. That's my X-Wing. Hey, it's Gene. I'm back on Facebook Live since I'm never going to stop being at rest stops in Indiana on Facebook Live. But no, actually, I want to tell you about something. My buddy Mitch called me up. We were talking on the phone, hands-free, of course. I want to say this. While I'm driving, I'm traveling. Obviously, I'm behind the wheel, and I do, get messages, texts, whatever, phone calls, say from Mitch a little while ago while I was driving. I'm doing this all I got one. I got one of these new cars, where you can talk through the dashboard thing, right? Navigation type and all that. But yeah, man, distracted driving. Okay, look, if I hear ding, in Facebook Messenger. Generally speaking, I'm not picking that phone up while I'm driving. I find a place down the road where I can, pull over for a sec or something like that. I got to be honest, I'm on the road a lot now. I feel like a truck driver, and you don't know how many people I see with phones, driving around, in Shelbyville today. I'm not kidding, man. Got a cup of coffee in one hand and a phone in the other up to their ear. And I'm going, dude, this is not the Stone Age, man. That is not a tin can phone. Okay? You don't have to have it in your ear. You can have it on speaker. Even if you don't have one of these newfangled car things you can talk through, Bluetooth, you can still have it on speaker and put it in your cup holder. And if you put a phone in your cup holder with the speaker, whatever holes at the bottom, it works as an echo chamber. I know this from having cheap cars in the past. You got a crappy sound system, you want to get a little boom, or whether you want a little volume, just take your phone, put it down in your cup holder. That's all you got to do. But yeah, distracted driving. I just want to. This is my PSA for the day. Is don't be doing all that. All right, here we go. Mikey Allday, who came up with. It's Mikey Allday. This is Mitch's younger brother. And I want to say something about Mikey real quick. Oh, here it comes. There's Mikey.
Gino, what's happening, man?
All right, you sound 5x5. How do I? Okay, I just want to say real quick. I sound okay talking here. But I want to say, Mitch, is somebody just clicked a little green? All right, Mitch, we're here, man. It's your brother. He knows everything. He knows how to do this. I want to talk about Mikey for 1 minute. What with the COVID going on, right? Mikey is a registered nurse, and you're like an ICU nurse, are you not?
Well, I was. I'm working in clinical compliance now, so I've got a desk job, but I still do some shifts. Honestly, whenever everything kind of first started hitting, I was back and I was watching my friends, going in and out of work, and it was like, man, I felt like a soldier without a war.
And where are you at? Where are you at right now, so everyone knows?
I'm in Bainbridge, Georgia.
That's very southwest tip of Georgia.
Yeah.
Think of kind of north of Tallahassee, just over the border, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I felt like a soldier without a war. So I was like, I gotta get in and help, And so I've done a few shifts within the hospital. It's a different world than I'd ever worked in before. Just even with us being a small hospital, there's just tons of precautions and overabundance of precautions. It's just, but it's been very interesting for sure.
And you have and now your wife. I don't want to tell everybody the whole story, so I'm just kind of I'm trying to be a journalist here. I'm trying to be serious. Let me comb my hair. But your wife is also a RN, right?
Yes, she works. She's a hospice nurse. So her.
And what is her Natalie?
Yeah, Natalie. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget her name. You know, she won't let you
Yeah.
like in the house or something for a few days.
Right. Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, so she's a hospice nurse. What has her experience been? Because you know, a lot of folks, I guess, well, hospice is where you go to die. You know, so
well, yeah. It's been because of some of the outbreaks with like local facilities and things. It's been very interesting just how regulated their access to places, particularly people like that are in nursing homes. Uh, and so a few places required her um, to actually go through the testing. So she got the 6-inch Q-tip stuck up her nose. So that was fun. Yeah.
I had that
Uh,
happen. Well, not exactly. I had surgery for a broken jaw. I got jumped by some dudes in Arizona many years ago. I actually kind of won the fight, but I got my jaw broken, got a severe concussion. Not that I beat up 4 guys. Actually, a few of them kind of ran off, I think. But they when they were doing the anesthesia, for whatever reason, they had a bunch of big Q-tips like jammed like 3 or 4 of each of my noses for something. I don't remember. I remember it
that's
had cocaine. It was cocaine hydrochloride. I remember that. So they said
yeah,
this is going
yeah,
to feel real uncomfortable, but you won't feel it after a little while.
yeah,
And they
yeah,
were correct. They were absolutely correct about that. You know,
yeah.
but it still sucked.
Not as commonly used as it maybe once was, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of the
yeah,
ways to do it.
yeah. They were like hooking me up in the hospital. I guess I don't know. You know.
Yeah, I actually just noticed one of the best ER nurses I know, a guy named Bob Ponder, just popped up that he was watching. So, hey, Bob.
Hey, it's Gene again. Looking all kind of weird, shady, whatever here under this dome light in my car. I got this little light. Mikey thinks we got this whole thing figured out about the the distortion when I'm talking with someone. This is a cool little thing Mitch got me. You plug it, you clip it on top of your phone, and you're supposed to hit something here, and a light turns on. But oh, there we go. Hey, I just figured it out. It's like something you do your makeup with. I don't know. Does that work? Can y'all? Hey, that does help a little bit. Okay, so hey, Mikey's gonna be getting on with me live here in a minute. He's gonna call in. We're gonna split screen and see if this distortion thing happens or not. Instead of being out there in the picnic table, I'm actually, sitting here in my vehicle. Roll down the window. It's not that stinky in here. Mitch got in here with me a few days ago. And first I said, Mitch, does it smell like really bad in here? Does it smell like ass? And he said no. But then Mitch has smelled some god-awful cars on road trips. So he's kind of like, dude, you know, my sense of smell is a little qualified. I'll tell you who I'm going to put on a spot. It's Linda Fagan. Linda Fagan is a friend of mine. I know her going way back. And Linda is like that dude on the old show Northern Exposure that could smell like, you know, like oil leak in Russia, like all the way across the Bering Strait or something. Linda's like that. Like, I mean, like, I could be all cleaned up and go to the gym and like sweat it'd be like the Princess and the Pea, man. I could sweat 1 drop of sweat. Like on the bottom of my foot. Like, you know, like, and she would smell that. She would get 10 feet from me and she'd be like, Gene, man, you smell like ass. Go take a shower. So we'll see. But I don't stink. The car doesn't stink that bad, but I'm still going to air it out. You know, it's actually not bad. It helps I don't smoke, you know, cigarettes. So that's good. Okay, so Mikey's here. So I'm going to invite him into the conversation now. And here's a wave, and there's a wave. Okay, so I got to bring them on camera for Mikey. He says he's got the issue worked out. Yeah. So let's see. Mikey, I pushed the little bring them on camera button. It never seems to do anything on my phone. I don't know. But I'm just waiting here. I'm still at the same rest stop. I haven't got going yet. I may not make it to St. Louis tonight. To be honest, I might find a rest stop in an hour or two and just call it a night. And then go in the morning. And then be there the better part of the day and then head out. And more on that later about which way I'm going. Mikey called me up earlier about that. About there's kind of 3 routes maybe out west I'm looking at. They all have benefits, liabilities. Probably the 3rd route I'm looking at is the one I'm going to take more like on the way home. So I would say there's maybe 2 routes. and it determines when you get to St. Louis if I'm going kind of up the Mississippi River, which would come to think of it, I could go by Mark Twain, Hannibal, Missouri, and or just like boom straight out like to Denver, which I'll be doing coming home anyways. So Mikey, I'm trying to I pushed the button again. Bring them on camera. Mikey! I'm about to hang up. But he told me to go on live and see what's going on. Mitch must be with the kids. Mitch isn't up. My technical guy isn't up. He's probably no, the kids are already in bed. I don't know what he's doing. But Mikey's there. I'm gonna cut off on this. Wait a minute, here we go. Mikey wants to be in the video. All right, here we go.
I can't even hear myself. Okay, hey.
All right.
Yeah, all right. Okay, how do I sound?
You sound great, though. I mean, you sound good to me anyway. But I think what's actually been happening between me and Warren yesterday not using headphones, that we were picking up your voice and our voices as well on our mic. So now that I've got headphones in,
Let me put in mine then.
Your echo is not coming through, I don't think.
Okay, so now I'm gonna put in my headphones, so I won't be talking over the car now, I guess. So let's.
I gotta put them on my head. That helps.
Yeah.
I've had way too many bangs today. All right, let's see here. Okay, I've got my headphones in. Go ahead and talk to me, Mikey.
Okay.
I'm hearing you in my head now on my headphones. Okay, my phone.
Oh, you're hearing me in your head. That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Now I'm going to hit end on the car because I think we just picked up Bluetooth. It shouldn't end the call. Let's see. Okay, cool. So, all right, we're still on.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you've got in headphones. I got in headphones.
Yeah. So,
hey, Josh.
Mitch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mitch says we're coming in clear.
Oh, I see. Yeah, both of you are clear to me. So hopefully, we're not going to sit there and blab. Well, we can blab for a while, I guess. But yeah, because the last one we were talking for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, kaboom.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that I was holding my phone a certain way, and then I moved it, and it started distorting whenever that happened. So
okay.
I'm thinking that it's actually the feedback coming from the other end and not your end. But
see how this looks without the dome light on. Oh, I have this circle of light. I feel like I should be doing my makeup here, like it'd be some kind of one of those you flip it open. What they call them, a compact? Is that what women have? Compact. And I guess some guys too. I don't want to, but my mom had one of those, right? A little compact that opens up.
Yeah.
And I've got that mirror up here. Like, you have your mirror, and I guess you could do, like I remember my mom like doing her lipstick or something. And I've been thinking what I want to do in honor of Snoopy is I don't know. I just have to find a place to print them now. But it would be really cool. I should put a picture of like the Apollo 11 crew up there because they're my favorite flight, of course. And then over next to them, like I could stick up there, John Glenn, not John Glenn, but John Young, or the Apollo 10 crew. Period. I'm also a big fan of Apollo 16 because that was Charlie Young and Charlie Duke and John Young, and they were called the what was it like the Charlie and John show or something. They were so funny on the moon. They were like the Abbott and Costello go to the moon or something to do science.
Right.
I'm gonna. Oh, no, that won't work. I was gonna say I want to try something here real quick. Hang on. Oh, you're there now. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. You're still. Yeah. Did you ever lose me or you may have lost my picture? Did you?
You just kind of like it was like a still shot of you there.
Oh, because I'm gonna try something related to the Snoopy name. I'm going to do a little product placement for a radio station in San Francisco. It's called Soma FM. I've been listening to him for years. I want to meet this guy, Rusty Hodges. He's like the head DJ. They have all these really trippy channels. They got a reggae channel. They got whatever. They need a blues channel. But they have like house music. They got space music. But they have one called Mission Control. And Mission Control, I'll just do it play another time. But Mission Control, you should go to it on Soma FM. It's like space music, Sybient, ambient music. And they have recordings from all the moon landing flights. And I think maybe Apollo 8 too.
Fun.
And so that he mixes in the, Capcom and all that you would hear like on the astronaut tape. They're walking around on the moon with this really trippy music. It's called Mission Control. And I was listening the other night, but it's like the John and Charlie show. I was listening to Apollo 16 on the moon while I was listening to like, I don't even know what. You should check it out. Mission Control, Soma FM.
Yeah. My grandparents used to have the Apollo 11 landing on vinyl. It was
Sweet.
amazing. I remember listening to it whenever I was a kid, and then tornado blew it away. But natural disasters and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go so I can hit the road. Apparently, according to Mitch, we have figured out the problem. We just both, whoever it is, they need to be wearing headphones.
Yeah, I mean, leave it up to the guy that's had to deal with monitors feeding back and stuff like that to figure it out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So most people have those. I'll just have to, hey, put in your headphones or whatever. We'll just try it out and see what works. We'll try it again this morning. Hey, Layla Sanford, what's up? A couple waves here, and I'm gonna check out. I've been kind of like just putzing around. I need to get my butt in gear.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas. I had some ideas where I was going to spend the night tonight. I don't know. It may end up being a rest stop again because I don't think I'm going to make it to St. Louis. But I'm thinking about. Well, no, I'll save it for a surprise.
All right.
But yeah, tomorrow
Be good,
morning
man.
we'll have the call-in show. We'll see how it works. And hey, thanks a lot, Mikey.
Sure thing.
You're a smart dude.
I wouldn't go that far.
And y'all, by the way,
Anyway.
Mikey's a musician. Mikey Alday is the closest thing I know to Brian May from Queen because Mikey is a nurse, but he's really, really smart. He's like Brian May. He's a regular rocket scientist kind of guy. And he plays guitar. So it's like, but unlike Brian May, who I don't know what happened. He had a heart attack and it made him rip his ass, or if he ripped his ass so bad he had a heart attack. I know he was gardening. He needs to watch. It's serious. I mean, we don't want to lose Brian May. He had a heart attack. But yeah, he said somebody ripped his ass wide open or something, like trying to pull a weed, and had a heart attack.
That's the first time my guitar playing has ever been used in the same sentence as Brian May, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, but, you're like the Brian May of my life. Like I'm telling you, you are Brian May to me. You're it. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to
Different.
disappoint.
Yeah, he has long hair, curly long hair, but you have different hair. But yeah. All right. We'll call you Mikey. Right, Mikey May knows everything. No. All right, man.
Great.
Later on, man. Bye.
Be good, man. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Be blessed.